What you gonna tell me?
From your time in China and Hawaii.
I want to ask some questions about your life and
About my life?
and the time you spent in China and in Hawaii.
Oh.
It's for a school project because you're kind of like living history.
Well, I live in Macau, China. Oh, it was you in the history class?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So, what year were you born?
1928
And where were you born?
in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Mm. I understand you and your family sailed to China when you were young.
Yes, when I was about 3 years old.
Mm.
And then we live in Macau.
Macau, like in
Macau
China?
is China. You're in ninth grade?
I'm a junior. I'm in 11th grade.
You junior high school,
Yeah.
right? Oh my God, how you grow?
So, what memories do you have from your 6 years in China when you were younger?
You remember back then where you used to live with your dad, right?
Yeah.
In China.
Well, we were like my father, no, my grandparents migrated to Hawaii way back in the 1880s. So my mother was born in Hawaii also.
Mm-hmm.
And then my father was born in China. What they call it in Hawaii now?
Boy,
Huh?
like
I don't know there's a name for it, all the foreigners.
Not Howley.
Howley means foreigner.
Huh?
Howley means foreigner.
Yeah, Howley. Hole, Howley is Howley. Like he means half Howley, and you are Howley.
You remember?
We live in Portuguese.
Yeah, you remember the Japanese invasion?
Oh, that was in 1941.
Oh no, the Japanese
yeah.
into China.
Yeah,
When you were
Chinese went.
Oh, China.
They invaded China. They invaded China first, and then they weren't satisfied. So all the islands in the Pacific. Then finally came to Hawaii. That's when World War II started. December 7, 1941.
Mm.
Yeah, you remember about that, yeah? Uh-huh. Yeah. So, yeah.
So you remember? I know the rest of like NTB and Uncle David, and they all had to evacuate 1 year after because the Japanese came in, right? And you and Uncle Aki stayed for a while.
Well, for a while, and then
When
we
it got
came
too
to
dangerous,
Hawaii.
right?
Yeah.
And then when you, what you got? How did you get?
That
you
we
guys-
live in Hong Kong for a while, and we live in Hong Kong and Macau, and yeah.
How about Shanghai? Did you have to take the boat?
No, Shanghai. Oh, where we travel, all by boats.
Yeah.
You know, there's just no. It's not over here. Over here, of course, I have to travel by boat.
Yeah. You remember the
Yeah.
fires from the bombs and everything? Do you remember the fires from the bombs, the fighting?
You know, it just so the Japanese. You said the Japanese. The country is very small. The population was growing, and then they invaded China. They took over northern part of China, and then eventually, and then December 7th, they want to take over Hawaii. So they figured, try to take over, and then from Hawaii, then they took over all the islands in the Pacific Ocean, the Philippines and Midway and whatnot. And on December 7th, 1941, they came to Hawaii.
Remember when you were back in China?
Yeah,
Your
in
grandmother-
the village, one of the villages in China. In China, there are very many, villages.
Had dirt streets.
And they all speak differently.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Because you speak Cantonese, right?
No, we didn't speak Japanese.
No, Cantonese.
Cantonese, yeah.
And the
There's a
national.
Mandarin. Mandarin is the northern of China. And then the southern part is Cantonese. So Mandarin and that's why they never got together.
How did you know they were Japanese planes?
The the Japanese engineers on the plane.
Oh, you recognized it from?
Oh yeah, because we heard about the Japanese, but
So did you recognize that because you were in
we
China?
all knew. Well, we know that was the Japanese, they were invading. They invaded China about 6 o'clock in the morning or something. It was horrible.
How did you feel? Did you feel scared?
Uh,
Did you feel scared? Did you run in the house?
of course, not I walked in the house.
Wow. And then
So
you told Uncle Alfred.
we don't dare go outside, when the bombs are dropping out, all the villages, And then so we have to take from where we live in the village, in China. They have to take a boat to, those boats that not from here to Macau, So,
The steamship, right?
uh,
The steamships. No?
no,
Riverboat?
regular boat,
Oh.
yeah. So somebody paddle in the front and
And you had to take care of Uncle Aki because he was small, right?
oh yeah, well, yeah,
Rascal.
my younger brother. Oh, he was naughty. He was getting into everything.
Tell him about the firecracker.
uh,
The firecracker.
oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. That's why I said, I don't know where he gets all his ideas.
He would put the firecrackers in the cow dung and light it.
Ew.
That's boys for you.
When they came that morning,
Oh, it was early in the morning. They came to bomb Pearl Harbor.
what were you doing? You were living in
We were
Honolulu,
still
right?
we are living at home in the Apalolo Valley. You know where Palolo is?
No, I
In Hawaii.
I remember the house. You used to take me to go see Uncle Jimmy there.
Yeah.
But you were how old?
I was about 8 years old, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
8
about
years.
7 to 8 years old.
You remember the planes?
Well, the thing is that we didn't know what airplane was. We were so young, we never saw airplanes before. So they came to invade in what they call the naval station, Pearl Harbor.
When you went in to see Uncle Alfred and tell them about the bombing, was it on the radio already?
No, we all live in the same house.
Yeah.
Yeah, was.
And then they closed all the shades, or
Yeah, they were, of course, you have to God save. We cannot, and have to paint all the windows black,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle David, you didn't know what happened to him, right? The oldest brother. He
No,
was working in Pearl Harbor when they hit,
he was working for Harbor,
and he didn't
but
come home
he didn't come
for
home for about days later. I don't know how long, but
because they were fixing the ship. Uncle David, you didn't know what happened to him, right? The oldest brother. He
no,
was working in Pearl Harbor when they hit,
he was working for Harbor,
and he didn't
but
come home
he didn't
for
come home for about days later. I don't know how long, but
because they were fixing the ships.
Oh boy.
yeah.
So, do you remember the Japanese internment camps?
Japanese what?
Do you remember the Japanese internment camps that they had during World War II?
Yeah.
They took the Japanese and put them into camps. The Japanese in Hawaii, did they put them into camps to arrest them?
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember they took them to. Remember they took some of the Japanese people on the island and they took them to the mainland and they put them in camps, right?
Concentration camps.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know anybody
Do you think
How about Dr. Suzuki lived across?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a boy, and his parents. He's a dentist now, but
He was that.
yeah. But you guys used to talk about it. Well, anyway, he says hi, by the way.
did you think the internment camps were the right thing to do to protect America from the Japanese?
Yeah, then well, most of they took over Shanghai, in those days to part of the part of China anyway. So
But was it right to take the Japanese in America and put them into concentration camps and
Yeah.
arrest them? Do you think that was the right thing to do?
so
How about you remember Senator Inouye, right? Daniel Inouye?
Illinois, yeah.
High school.
He was a senator when I was
but
living.
him and Sparky Matsunaga, they were part of the 442,
Yeah, they were
which was an
part of
all
that.
Japanese military unit, right?
Yeah, and this fellow, I forgot his name. His son was in there. He's kind of couldn't be surprised that he was he was on deck. When the Japanese dropped the bombs, and then he was injured. But he was crawling around.
On deck?
On deck, he was crawling. He couldn't believe it. That the Japanese were, throwing bombs.
You remember when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, Mom?
He didn't realize it was. They were friends, no? So
You
I didn't expect.
Mom, you remember the bomb when they dropped the bomb in World War
We
II?
were kind of far away from.
No,
Pearl.
on the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
We were too far from there.
Yeah, but you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Well, we know what atomic bomb was.
Yeah. But did you guys celebrate?
Huh?
Did you folks celebrate?
Well, afterwards, yeah.
How about the Japanese people that lived on the island?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Japanese and Chinese still got along in Hawaii though during the war.
Not anymore.
During the war, they didn't get along. The Japanese.
They never got along.
Oh, no, I mean during World War II after December 7th.
Even no.
No. Because Auntie Mabel's husband was Japanese, right?
Yeah, but
So,
we were friends in Hawaii.
yeah,
We
so
all
it
came
was
to
okay.
Hawaii.
So it was okay then, right?
Yeah,
That the Japanese.
yeah. So I mean, there was a lot of Japanese came to Hawaii. They're pretty big,
Population.
Yeah.
Do you have any negative feelings toward the Japanese today?
That anyway.
Negative feelings towards the Japanese today?
Oh, that's wanna have anything to do with them.
No, you don't like them?
Huh?
You don't like them?
It doesn't matter.
That's interesting.
No, I don't know. In Hawaii, after when I go to school, after all we became all Americans.
Wow. Were there any shortages during World War II?
The what?
Any food shortages during World War II?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Well, in those days, food was that important. In the family, they just have to regularly, I don't know, so I have rice. Yeah.
Did they ration food? Did they only
No,
give
they
you so
didn't
much?
have no such thing as ration.
Oh.
We didn't know what ration was.
Oh, that's what they had.
But
they had
no,
the restaurant.
why?
Oh, right.
But
Yeah,
why?
restaurant.
We all have our own gardens.
Oh,
We
they
put
grew
our
their own food.
We have our own chicken, we have
Yeah.
our own,
Oh.
it's only pork. We buy pork because nobody can raise pigs. They grow too big.
Did you have your own car?
No, not such thing. Car came later, way later.
So when did you become a nurse?
Let's see, I think when did I graduate?
Oh, I don't know. Probably
Wait, 1948, 1913. Oh, 17, no, 15,
You were
Yeah.
15.
17, yeah. We didn't go to 11th grade.
No? You didn't?
No,
Why
I
not?
think we go as far as 10th grade, to 9th grade, and 9th grade or 10th grade. Yeah. So,
Where did you go to get your LPN license?
in Hawaii,
But what Kapilani Hospital was giving?
no,
The training.
we had in the school, something like the
Trade school.
trade school. Yeah.
Ah,
So, yeah, I took care of Obama.
yeah.
Changed his diaper.
You did?
Yeah.
So do you remember changing his diaper?
Oh, yeah.
You do?